Must be on the wrong channel. CrossyNZ. Yeah, got nothing. I'm clicking on the live, but yeah, I'll read. Yeah, I got nothing live in, so I can't give you any audio check. Sweet. Right. Yeah, I'd love to have this live. Fuck. Can you share me a link while you're fucking around as well, or nah? Probably not. Got it. Got it. It's me. It's me. Go. Yep. Copy. Oh, the mic's alive.
Yes, hello, and welcome everyone to tonight's official coverage of Rainlight Racing's 2023 GT3 series. It is seasons 4. I am Davo, and tonight we kick things off here at Paul Ricard for the first round, and of course I am joined by the one and only J-Man as co-commentator for the series. How is it, bro? How you doing, mate?
Yeah, mate. No, it's good to be here. First one up for myself here at Rainlight. So yeah, looking forward to this one, mate. Great track, great field ahead by the look of it too, Davo.
Yes, here for the first round in season 4 of the GT3 series for 2023, brought to you by Titanium Digital Solutions, AJ Champ, and True to Life Racing Designs. J-Man, bit of a milestone for these boys here. I think it's apart from a little bit of a test run last week, the first broadcast they've had, official broadcast of the and stream for the for their community. Yeah, and a bit of a milestone for us as well. It's like a little bit of a change from our regular gig. We've been invited over here to Rainlight, J-Man, to showcase this stuff. And you look, man, these guys, what a fantastic looking grid out there tonight, J-Man. 28 plus drivers, is it 28?
Yeah, 28 cars on track tonight, and looking forward to the first of these sprint rounds. So this is a 60-minute sprint race. No mandatory pit stops tonight, Dave.
No,
She's just flag to flag jobby.
Yep.
So looking forward, that is effectively probably right on the cuff of what we know as far as performance out of these enduro tyres. 60 minutes around Paul Ricard on this tyre.
Yep.
It will be good for the better part of it. However, the back end, I suspect we'll see a bit of dig.
We will see a bit of dig. They'll definitely start to notice it, I would suspect, J-Man. So look, the boys have just got out for qualifying here. I was going to say Q1, but yeah, just one race tonight with the 60 minutes. So out for qualifying, focused on Steve Crossland's car here, one of the co-founders of Rainlight Racing. So out there, we expect some pretty handy times from him and good performance tonight. So no pressure, Crossy. But yeah, nice stuff. As the boys roll out, they're probably just still out on their out lap there. We have not seen any times come through there yet, J-Man?
No indicative accurate times through yet. I did see some times come through an official pracky that were pretty impressive, mate. I'm going to say as low as around a 51, 53.2 as we see Gunther Rowe. So Gunther is the first guy to post the time there. Banks a 55.03. Which is a great banker lap in what is still just under 16 minutes of Ollie here.
Yep, but yeah, quickly pipped by Maverick and also Tinnis Venter.
Yeah, both those guys.
All these times, provisional Vuelta as well in there with the 55.6 provisionally, and Dutch Racer as well. So the times will start to come through pretty quick here. Short, we've got about a little over 15 minutes to go in qualifying. So...
Yeah, so Maverick was one of the guys earlier, Davo, that I saw posting some pretty sharp times, as well as Tinnis. So I think...
One to watch out for?
Yeah, definitely one that I saw earlier. I mean, I'm pretty sure, you know, obviously these guys are pretty new to us. Obviously you had the pleasure of calling one the other week. Obviously completely different track and different mod. But yeah, I think that 53.4 may not be quite good enough, because we can actually see that Maverick's actually up on his time as well. He's got a half a tenth already.
Yeah.
But I would expect, like I said, we saw as low as I think 53.2 in official practice. So maybe a little bit more to come from a couple of these guys.
Oh, for sure. And plenty of time to go too, J-Man, as they just cycle these tyres up and get into a rhythm. We're not sure. Again, we are as new to these guys as they are to us. But yeah, not sure how these guys roll. Might jump into the pits for a bit of a, you know, pressure or setup change, J-Man, and get back out there, you know, at the second half of the qualifying session, and you know, really make a showing. So all times provisional so far, with only a few laps in, mate.
And Charlie Palmtree to the top of the totem at this very second on a 53.3, so just bettered Maverick's time slightly there by just over half a tenth. And like I said, these times are going to drop. The leaderboard is changing dramatically as I'm watching it, and I can see a bunch of guys a good 1.8 to 2 seconds up on their predicted. So obviously a bit of a slow outlap, and then full bore into it now. We got
for sure.
Pete Dawson's up a second on his time. I did see Brandon was up a lot. Steve Croston was up a fair bit too. I'm not sure what happened there, because he's going backwards. But
might have had a little bit of a track limit infringement. But Jarko, who the cameras are currently focused on, last lap, gets himself into the second row provisionally with 54.1, J-Man, so not too bad.
Yeah, pretty sharp, beautifully presented McLaren there of Jaco Venter's, the 714 car.
Yes, definitely.
Do like the look of that thing.
Yeah, it looks like it's one of the official Titanium Digital Solutions, runs their little graphic on the side of it there, so it might be one of the official Titanium Digital Solutions cars. Looking fantastic, like you said, J-Man. Look, full complete skin pack for this series as well. So the car's looking fantastic as usual. You get 28, skin cars out on track, mate. It's spectacular to look at. So yeah, nice stuff. Good presentation for the first round.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I just picked up on something that we wouldn't normally see, where we normally floating around, but if you click on the James Foster car and just pick up on the audio there, you'll see why I'm asking you to look at that car. The beautiful sound of the V12 Aston Martin. So don't normally see this car or hear it, but it is certainly something to behold when it comes past the pit wall.
Yeah, absolutely, and you're right, you don't see it too often. Good to see some of the old school stuff in there. And
get out there and enjoying it,
mate. You know how I love a front engine rear wheel drive car, the long nose cars, as I like to call them. So yeah, big fan straight away. It gets a tick from me. So nice work, James Foster. Okay,
yeah, it's a little bit of a shift at the top end of town again as well, mate. So Tinnis and Jaco, so those boys both poked it up there on 53.3,
yeah, 53.4.
But that palm trees lap of a 53.1 is a stout lap.
It is a stout lap. I see both Tinnis and Jaco in the pits at the moment, maybe doing a little bit of a tinker and a bit of a tutu with the setup or pressures there. Maverick sitting in the second row in 4th position at the moment. That's pushed Gunner down onto the top of the 3rd row in 5th position. In the Gorilla Racing McLaren, J-Man, another fancy looking paint job actually, mind you, very nice. And joining him there is Brandon Webley, provisionally at the moment in the black. I think that is a Ferrari. They're so similar at the front, some of these cars, and when they're black it's a bit hard to pick up. Oh, nice stuff, nice skin there from the number 26 Brandon Webley. And pretty handy on the times of Nick Firth as well.
Firthy's coming. He's probably got a good 3 to 5 tenths coming on around the last corner. He's likely to improve if he can carry that down around. He'll move up 1 or 2 spots. Yeah,
so nice work from Nick. I think Nick and I might be local neighbours or something. I think he's in Queensland, southeast Queensland as well. So nice work, Nick.
Poked it up into P5.
Popped it up into 5th there at the moment,
knocked back very, very, very quickly back to 6th. So
very quickly. It's like we say, it's all provisional here at the moment until the fat lady has sung. We've also got Steve driving slowly.
Are we allowed to call her the fat lady? Do we call her the extra healthy lady now? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
anyway.
Okay. Yeah, no.
We may not even be allowed to call her a lady. But anyway, Matty T is pressing along quite nicely as well. Currently got 16th in the pocket. Currently on a 55.5 at the best. And I can tell you this will bring that car up into the top 10 well and truly comfortably if this is building towards 8-9 tenths now. So looking for a good lap here. Should see Matty T advance well up the leaderboard here.
From 15th at the moment, bam, into the top
up
10.
To 10.
J-Man, so nice work there from Matty.
Bota is got some time in his pocket as well. Got about 7 tenths. So
he's showing 7 tenths on my data as well, J-Man. It's fluctuating a little bit, but definitely got some pace in that car. That would get him well into the mid top 10 there. Very close stuff here so far in qualifying. And look, we still have over 8 minutes to go, so there's still plenty going on. I'm sure there's a few guys in the pits, as we can see. Charlie Palmtree being one of them, whether he's just thinking, well, he's had enough. He's got his backer. He's sitting back watching the field.
3-1, although he is on his way out, mate. So
there you go.
Hugging that right-hand wall as he's exiting pit lane, because what we did see is that the natural racing line does incorporate the exit of pit lane. So rather than get caught up in someone's hot lap, he's done a great job there and hugged the wall on the way out. Well done there, Palmtree. It's
better to be safe.
Good heads-up awareness leaving the pits there.
Nice work.
What else we're looking at? Will Dixon there, P9. We saw Matty T into 10th. Matty T's been put back down to 12th already. Such as the laps coming in that I think these guys are going to have to see out this last 7 minutes. They're actually going to have to stay out on track and
push that last little bit. I mean, you know, some of these guys have got nice, tidy banking laps. J-Man, but look, if you really want to get up the pointy end there and make a show of it at the start, you know, these guys, like you said, are really going to have to stay out and, you know, just, I mean, every lap's a little bit of less fuel, isn't it? You know, and they do definitely pick up time from one lap to the next. So, just knuckle down.
Yep, so Firthy there on a 54.3, still in 6th. So that was that lap we saw him post before. He backed it up with the 54.332, so that hasn't quite, just close but didn't improve any on that.
No. Maverick also up a little bit. Sorry to interrupt there, Jay.
Yeah, no, you're right. I did see the Delta come up there, so he's definitely not done.
It's only marginal, but like given how close the top 4 is at the moment, that could be 2 positions if he makes that happen. That is 2 tenths I've got him showing on my data there up, and that would definitely slip him in to the top row in front of Genes Venter. So yes, definitely keep an eye on that. Dawson also up on his time, which would probably sneak him up into the top 10 if he can make that stick, as we just watched Maverick come across the line, J-Man.
There it is. P2, front row.
Bam.
So I think that's indicative of maybe the time I saw him run earlier in official practice time. So he's about on the cuff, I think, of whereabouts that BMW's car pace is.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, a lot of the calling we're going to do, we don't have a great knowledge of history of a form guide to work from. But look, we'll go with what we've got, and that was about where I saw that car in official practice.
For sure, and like I just mentioned, Dawson with his Delta put him into 6th position. From about 14th or 13th or 14th there, so yeah, definitely up into that mid top 10 pack. So nice work from Pete Dawson.
Yeah, that lap from Mavericks inspired Charlie Palmtree to go out there and give it another nudge, mate, because he's only got a 10th in his pocket, and he's actually a 10th up on that 53-1.
Mate,
so
he came out, he's already done a cycling lap. It looks like this is his 2nd lap out. Okay, so look at him warming the tyres there. We just got the cameras on him there.
Yep.
So
he's only got a couple. There's probably only 2 more hot laps in this car, given that you know, she's a sub 2 minute. You know, obviously 153-ish lap. We got 4 minutes 40 to go. He's probably only going to bank a couple in here if he goes this next one. He's probably got this one coming. As he approaches the final sector of this lap, and then
maybe
one
more. Like anyway, Pete Dawson again. Up on his time, and just looking at what my Delta says, that would put him on the 2nd row if he pulls that together, that lap. He is half a tick up. We might just get the camera on him, actually.
Yeah, Jaco Venter as well, I've got to say. You know, they're both those guys, Pete Dawson and Jaco Venter at the moment, both up substantially. And when we talk about those two there, Pete Dawson at 4 tenths on a 54.2 is going to look good. But I tell you what, Jaco Venter with 2 tenths up his sleeve is going to put him somewhere near the front row.
That could easily put him on the front row. Oh,
Maverick to the top on a 53.160, so he knew that was coming, hence why Charlie is out trying to cover off that time.
Of course he is.
But don't discount Jaco. He's in there. He's got 3 tenths in his pocket, although he has just run off track. I'm not sure what's gone on there, whether there's a fueling issue or something. Okay,
and Dawson did come across the line and gain 1 extra position.
Yes.
So nice work for Pete Dawson.
And Maverick's leaving the pits too. 3 minutes 24. He will get round and get. He will get enough time. Yeah, he'll get another one in.
So yeah, good. Not showing.
Crossy, the big mover too, Davo.
He's a couple of tenths up now. A couple of tenths up for Crossy would put him about 6th, J-Man, I would suspect.
Well, he's just moved up to 9th on a 54.3. That was a big improvement. Crossy was outside the 10 well and truly prior to that lap. He has got 3 tenths in his pocket. Matty T's on a run again as well with about 5 tenths in his pocket. Comes up to P6, which knocks Crossy back down to P10. So it's still going on with 2 minutes 45 to go.
Yeah. So right down to the wire. And ladies and gentlemen, this is qualifying. This isn't even the race. We haven't even got to the business stuff yet. So.
No. This is all about track position right now and a bit of bragging rights. Round 1, these boys are into it. It's about setting a statement, a benchmark. I'm here to play.
Yes, round 1. Like we mentioned here at Ricard.
Yeah, Tinnis has got a 10th in his pocket.
So Crossy sneaks up to 6th position there, J-Man. There's still a couple of minutes to go, so it looks like he's continuing on. Tinnis definitely up on his time as well on my data, J-Man.
Yep.
It's still ebbing and flowing though. Has he got it? Can he?
Oh no, this lap's gone. It's a track cut.
Oh no.
It's a track cut. Okay. No, he's going to have to press on for another one. So this lap's done.
He's got the time. He's got the time though. And another fantastic looking Ferrari there, Tinnis, in one of the official Titanium Digital Solution cars. Lovely stuff, J-Man. It's all Charlie Palmtree. Here comes
Charlie Palmtree, mate. He is coming down the back chute, got a 10th in hand, just hovering around that 10th in hand. 0.12. Yep.
10th in hand. Could nearly be a 52. It's ebbing and flowing as usual. The Lamborghini's got the grunt down the straight though, J-Man.
It has.
Long, super long back straight here. at PR through these double sweepers, slowing all the time as they get down to this big late apexing right-hander here. Unusual corner, very difficult. Plenty of runoff here though, so they've got to cover. Maverick still out and up a 10th. J-Man, he wants to make sure he's got this covered off. Tennis is up a 10th. Yarko is up 2/10, J-Man.
Yeah.
So
Yarko's looking to join this party on the front row. However,
sure.
if these front two improve, it'll be a little too far. But
for
however,
sure, Crossy actually
there.
responding as well, but probably a little bit too little, too late. Palm Tree to the top provisionally.
Yeah, Crossy goes up one more spot, just pips Firthy there, but I think Firthy's still on a lap here, and he's got about 2.5, 3 cents in his pocket too.
Yeah, so that could easily swap back around there, J-Man. Chinnis,
yeah, I think he's going to grab Crossy here. He won't quite grab Pete Dawson, I don't think, but he will grab Crossy.
So Crossy, I think's pulled it up. Here's Dawson. He's made no gain, but it's Maverick and Tennis here. J-Man, these guys just flickering on a gain on their lap, both of them.
And Charlie Palmtree with that 53-100, mate, takes a provisional pole with Maverick still to complete this lap.
Still out.
Time is done. Time is out. A lot of guys going to be, that's it. That's their quali done. So we'll sort of touch through on this list here at Rainlight Racing in a second. But he's going to come around. He's got a 10th in his pocket, just under half a 10th.
Tennis is out.
2
Here we
tenths,
go.
1 tenth.
Here it is.
It's going to be tight.
Oh, no.
Half, mate. No improvement. He went a 53-187.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Very, very close qualifying here.
Harrison Bella, one of the cars, absolutely 100%. Super close qualifying.
Is this Harrison going to improve? That was his best lap. 55.352.
Holds down
Plays him
15.
into P15. Yep.
Who else we got out on? Kenneth.
We got Kenneth coming round. He's got a 10th in his pocket. What's that going to do for him? I'll tell you what, if he can hold a 10th, it may bring him up to P21. He might be able to just put T-Fam here. T-Fam, I don't know if he's got enough in his pocket. Not quite.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, right down to the wire. And like I said, it is only qualifying. So this is not even the business part of the night. And it's superb, right down to the wire. J-Man, these guys, some really good, quick stuff out there tonight. Like I have mentioned a couple of times, we are new to the community and just getting to know these guys, and we are quickly recognising, you know, who is the cream of the crop up here, and it showed right there, my friend. So
I think that the top 4, maybe 5, really got that that different category of pace. You know, the ability to run those threes, is right there. Threes. You know, so I think I think probably your top 4, and then you've got that next bracket: Pete Dawson, Steve Crossland, Firthy, Matty T and Co. That in the high 3s, low 4s. I think that's going to be a great battle as well.
Yeah,
so
right down into like Will Dixon and Nico Cordia territory there, so the mid pack will be running hot. J-Man, can you just run through that top 10 for me, mate, and we'll get
absolutely
up.
So pole position goes to Charlie Palmtree. On the front row sharing with him is Maverick. Second row's got Tinnis Venter and Yarko Venter. So I believe are they the brothers, Stavo, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And then row 3, Pete Dawson, Steve Crossland. Next row, Nick Firth, Matty T, and then Brandon Webley and Vuta Bota as both, so that's 9 and 10. So that's your top 10, followed by Gunther Rowe, Will Dixon, Nico Cordia, and Steve driving slowly. Wasn't driving that slowly. He's made it inside the 15 over Harrison Bella. So Bella takes out P15 there. Dutch racer, Daniel Kim, Brandon Foster, James Foster. Oh, another family pairing possibly there. Adrian in P20, T-Fam, Kenneth Worcester, Josh Nightingale, Aiden, Jonathan Venter, Dale Nixon, Uncle Joe in 27th, and Matt Botha in. Oh, it looked like we might have one lost one there because we did have 28. So
yeah,
very
we
much
did,
looks like 27 on the field here. Uncle Joe rounding the field out there. So yeah, great showing first up from these guys.
For sure, J-Man. As we've got, let this countdown wind up. About another 20 seconds to go. Look, it's been intense already with the qualifying right down to the wire. These guys swapping positions. That top 5 is hot, and that always translates to epic racing on track, J-Man, particularly at the beginning of the race as we just watch these boys. Time is done.
Yeah, very cool.
Watch these boys roll away.
So what are we looking at here, Davo? Is this a short formation?
Good question. Last week, feel like it is, as the boys just get into formation here around the final corner. A little bit of an awkward little sort of corner to get your stuff sorted, J-Man, especially with 27 cars on track. Look at them all panning out. Getting a relatively good grid there, and it's a go, J-Man, for round 1 here in the Rainlight Racing 2023 GT3 Series Season 4, and side by side from Maverick
3 wide
and
down
Charlie,
the front straight,
Charlie prickering him, and just in behind there, I think it was Steve Cosson, Nick Firth, and Peter Peters, and all 3 by wide, right back to Matty T and Brad Lee.
Yeah, I can see everybody made it through turn 1 beautifully, the whole field. Just go right back, and so everyone getting away to a great start here.
So Brandon in the colourful McLaren there, just keeping his head together. Will Dixon also, and it's just in behind that little group. It's Daniel, no, it might even be Firth, B Palm. Yes. Close proximity with Kenneth Worcester. But we're going to get back up the front here. Just look at Charlie Palmtree.
Yeah, look at the make use of that Lamborghini straight line power. But I'll tell you what, that's the 707 car at Tennis is tucked right up and behind Maverick down the back chute there, and Maverick gets a little wiggle coming into that fast right-hander and really creates an invitation for Tennis there. But he manages to hold on for now.
Yeah, bit of a struggle there, I think. Who's that? H. Bella around in the Mercedes, J-Man, as he comes off the end of the very long start-finish straight there. Webley, I think that is.
Yeah, so that's a pretty feisty pack there, going from probably looking like Gunter right back through there to I think that's Steve driving slowly, and even, to be honest, Daniel Kim's joined the back of that pack. That's a big snake there. So just trying to pick up, it looks like Harrison Bella. No, sorry, not Harrison Bella, sorry. It's Nico Cordia just looking to make a pass down into turn 1 on Vuta. Oh, a little bit of contact in the middle there.
Little bit, not too bad. So, the boys deal with it on track nicely.
Yeah. It's given an invitation to Matty T down there after Vuta just backed out there a little bit to let that happen. Diminishing margins there, but managed to get away with that one, Matty T.
Nicely, actually, on the outside there. So yeah, nice stuff. Tricky little start to the race here. Plenty of action going on. Some really close stuff up the pointy end, but a little bit of a faux pas, a little bit further down the field, probably just gapped that mid-pack back a little bit.
Yeah, and the car of Steve Crossland looking to make an outside move on Gunter Rowe there, 6th and 7th position, coming down the back chute. I don't know how this is going to end, but Gunter not giving Crossy any more room than he deserves there, and Crossy runs really, really wide. Likely to get a bit of a track cut out there. I don't know. I suspect this will be Crossy actually loses a position out of that.
He's lost another position. I think that's Pete Dawson actually that just snuck up on the inside. And like you said, Crossy would have been well out of that trying to keep it on track there, J-Man. Also in the back there.
possibly lifting as well too to alleviate that time penalty.
For sure. So we got Steve and Daniel Kim, and who's in front there? Matty T. Who am I chasing? The next one up. Bella. Botha.
Yep.
The orange Lamborghini just tucked in behind Nico there.
Yep.
And just behind that, Steve and Matty T. Is it? It's Daniel Kim.
Yep. So the orange car is Steve driving slowly, and then you've got Vuta just in front of him in the 721 McLaren. And then back from there, you've got Matty T and Daniel Kim that are really engaged in a good fight right now, trying to just tag on the back of that pack too, Davo.
Yeah, doing the best there, J-Man. My data's also showing me that battle is not going to go away anytime soon. Very similar times.
Oh dear,
and I can
tell you now that Adrian in the number 70 McLaren has been given a stop-go 30 penalty.
Ouch. Already?
So, yeah, I'm not sure what that was about.
Surely that would be track infringement, wouldn't it, J-Man? Just early in on the road?
I would have thought that would be a drive-through, so I'm not sure whether he's actually gone through pit lane for some reason and sped in there, or what's the story. We know we can at some point have a chat. He is on his own at the moment to see what happened there, but however, we'll press on at the moment because there's a bit of action going on up around, certainly up around the Gunter Pete Dawson.
Yes, there is.
Steve Crossland battle.
There is. As we just pick up out of the back of Jonathan Venter's car here.
Yep.
Plenty going on behind him as he runs wide.
Oh, he does.
And just lets that whole pack run through. We will get back up to the Gunther Road. It's Pete Dawson, and like we just saw there before, Crossy ran a little bit wide off the end of the back straight there. Let Pete past, and he hasn't really gained that back, has he, J-Man? He's still struggling with that gap.
Yeah, he has, and he's going to have. He's basically going to have Brandon, Nico, and Vuta on his tail very shortly. As Vuta puts a lot of pressure right now on Nico.
Yeah,
this battle's been going on for a little bit. You know, we saw that was pretty spicy down into this exact same corner a lap or so ago. So that's not going away. However, viewers, we will keep you up to date that Charlie Palmtree has already made a 2-second advantage over Maverick. Who also has around about a secco over Tinnis, and then Yako in 4th and Firthy in 5th. So, and then we go back to this Gunther Rowe Pete Dawson battle, which Pete has got some slip there. That was hasn't he mega draft.
And
I'll tell you what,
Gunther, he can't cover anymore.
He's not going to be able to do much about that. He actually gets across to take the optimum line.
Wow, yeah, so just the outright pace, runs really wide. Gunther down the inside, just showing some intent, but not making a showing at all. We've really got to get back into this mid-pack, J-Man, from 10.
Yeah, for sure. That
Nico, that behind it, it's Steve DS and Daniel Kim.
Oh, very
James
close from
Foster.
Nico there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's an invitation for Vuta to come around if he can live around the outside, and then he'll be there for the next lap.
Oh, and he's gone wide. He's run wide. Oh, a little bit of contact again.
Shoulder.
These guys have already traded paint already once in tonight's race, J-Man, and it's not over yet.
Right.
So plenty of action going on there. We'll get down through the field here. Who else have we got close together? Brandon Foster and Will Dixon. Hard at it. Matty T, Daniel Kim, plenty going on all the way through the field, J-Man.
Yeah, so the Dixon-Foster battle is very much alive at the moment. Great looking liveries on both those cars, actually.
Yeah.
Very well presented, so those guys are battling on. So Just to give you an update, so fastest lap of the race is held by your current leader, Charlie Palantry, on a 54.035, so that's a pretty stout lap there.
Yep.
Probably your next best would be Tinnis on a 54.3, I think, somewhere around there, so...
Yep, as we just pick back up, the cameras just pick back up on Crossland, he's got past... Who's that? Peter Dawson's got in front.
Has Crossy just rounded up Gunter?
Gunter, yeah, so Dawson's got in front.
So it's too early for tyre trouble. We're only not quite 10 minutes into this thing. So,
Gunter,
yeah, just maybe a little bit of balance.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of a mistake there. Really compromised his run in that. And we'll see as the data comes through for this lap how much he's dropped. But yeah, not only has Dawson gone through, but Crossland as well there, J-Man. He will be kicking himself. He really did have the measure on both those boys, and a little mistake there, I would suspect. And now both of them pass, and it's so hard to pick up that time back on track. As we got to get down the back here, that group of cars, Nico, Gunter, Steve, Matty, Daniel Kim, I think it's Daniel. They're full on, pretty well nose to tail.
Yep. So, and this was that what we thought was that next group, basically. You know, after the likes of Charlie, Mav, Tinnis, and probably Yakko as well. Yakko's probably right in there. Firthy's doing a great job as well at the moment.
For sure.
Pete Dawson's on the move, because I've been watching his times. He's just posted a couple of. He's done a 54.5 and then a 54.9, so he's quite comfortably in that 54 bracket. However, so is Crossy now as well. So Firthy, Dawson, Crossland battle, give it a couple of laps, that's going to heat right up, I think. Yeah,
so look, that from Nico down there, obviously top 10 down, really intense mid-pack battle going on there. But then we've also got this, Dale Nixon, Will Dixon, Dale Nixon, and Uncle Joe. It's all in fairly close proximity as well. That is probably the top of the bottom of the pack there. Really going at it. We've got Adrian as well in close proximity with Adrian and Aiden. So I think Aiden's actually in the pit, so we might have lost Aiden already, J-Man. But
And Harrison Bella's coming back as well. That was the car that we saw got the stop go 30. That was Aiden, sorry. Harrison had to go and repair the car after an early incident. So we saw him coming out of the pit lane. So just based on his lap times at the moment, comfortably running in the low 56s versus some of the guys in front of him that are sort of 2 minutes to 1:57, 2 minutes 58. So he's looking to improve over the next 48 minutes. So it won't be the last of Harrison Bella that we see tonight.
Yeah, no, I doubt it. As we just pick up on Nick, that was Tinnis Vent.
Runs wide.
Mate, big flick there, big handful of opposite lock there to keep that car in check, and any gains he made, he lost very quickly just then. J-Man, that little bit battle there has heated up because Peter Dawson's actually tagged onto the back.
Yeah, he's the one that's moved forward. Pete Dawson is definitely the guy that's moved forward.
Yeah, definitely.
Crossy's trying to go with, but Pete's just got that little bit, after Pete got Gunter Rowe and Crossy, he sort of moved on. Obviously Crossy getting Gunter the last lap, he's trying to go with, but Pete Dawson's definitely the one, I think, that inside the next lap or two is going to join that party, and at the pace he's running will be good. But however, that lap cost Tinnis a lot, because that last lap round was a 2:01.6, which plays a 1:55.2. So
and
that's why you're seeing that.
That says it all, doesn't it, J-Man? That lap time.
Yeah, because Firthy got him there, because Firthy was in 5th, I believe, and actually got that position.
Yeah, nice work. As we just pick up on Nico and Rauta. You just correct us, guys, if we get it wrong.
Rauta,
and Steve DS as well, all tucked in there, all staying in very close proximity, J-Man. Actually, that's quite an intense battle. It hasn't gone away the whole race pretty well.
As is the Matty T Daniel Kim
Matty
battle
T,
too.
yeah, which I was just getting to, which is just really right behind there. You can see it in.
Oh, there's a bit of a touch up through that left hander too between Matty T and Daniel Kim. Damn. Danny Kim actually gets out of that and just, bit better of it. Has a little bit of a wiggle coming out of the final corner.
Did well.
I think he did, yeah.
So, yeah, they almost looked like they were sort of gaining on that pack in front of him, but a little bit of a faux pas there might have slowed that gain. But Matty still really well and truly heads down and focused on that group in front.
Yep.
Definitely.
So, yeah, that's definitely building. Just an update on Charlie Palmtree. He's pulled that out to 2.8. Last time I mentioned it was around the 2 second mark. He's got it out to 2.8.
Yeah.
And then the Maverick to Yucko has pulled out a fair bit as well. Because as you can see that.
Let's have a look, J-Man. Let's get some eyes on these guys.
Yep.
You can see them both in camera shot there. So not too far from each other, but yeah, fairly big gap. But yeah, tidy stuff from Charlie, really controlling the race, hasn't he, from the front there. Maverick in tow, and Nick Firthy there is, again, not too far behind, but he's got some heat. It's actually Yarko there that I can see, sorry, apologies, Yarko. But yeah, Nick Firth is where the real competition starts, the real battle starts, is from Firthy back. So Nick, Tinnis and Pete Dawson at it. Dawson, like you mentioned, J-Man, really has been the mover, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
In this first half of the race.
Yeah, he certainly earned his position to get there, and now he's got there. I did see the deltas on Firthy and Tinnis. The last lap around it actually stepped up a lot. Both those guys running in the low 55s. But however, Pete Dawson with a 54.9 certainly was, he's still there or thereabouts. As we just see, who was that? Is that Firthy? Had a big run on straight through the chicane.
Oh, yeah.
And I can see with him with a big lift, he's actually lifting to yield that.
Yep. And pull that car back in
well
line
done.
with the front of Tennis there. Yeah, we just picked we were actually in car there with Peter Dawson, so we could see it all unfold right in front of Peter. Peter probably thinking, yes, this is on. But yeah, not so. But Tennis thinking, okay, he's rattled. Let's give this a crack. As he gets out, hey man, it's a drag race.
It is a drag race. Or I reckon it's going to be hard to sweep round there, but
he's got this.
I think he might do. It just yields it.
Oh,
and we got Pete Dawson incredibly sideways in the background. He would have spiked the tyre temps on the rear of that.
and kept it together, J-Man.
On the rear of that Lamborghini somewhat. So expect him to sort of take the next half a lap to recover from that.
Mate, without a doubt, the fastest corner on the track. And just gets it all kinds of sideways there. He would have been well puckered.
Absolutely.
Trying to deal with that as quick as possible. Oh, dearie me. So we just look at Firth.
Yeah.
And just outright straight line speed there.
Yeah, this battle with Brandon Webley, Nico Cordia, Vuta Bota and Steve DS is heating up massively too.
Yep.
Watching brief, obviously back there still Matty T and Danny Kim, but this battle here. I've just been watching Nico doing a great job defending here, but Vuta keeps attacking, so that's gonna carry on, I feel.
Yeah, and as much as Steve is tagged onto the back of that, I don't know, it doesn't look like he's got anything for it, but just sitting there waiting to smell the blood and pounce on any mistake that couldn't quite possibly unfold. A couple of other, what else we got close down the back end of the field here?
Looking like Probably Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe's made good inroads from probably not his best qualifying to catch up to Dale Nixon. He's made inroads into Dale, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so, yeah, Joe in one of the M4 BMWs,
Yep.
J-Man.
Yep.
That car in front being a Ferrari. Well, let's get back up to Brennan.
Yeah, I've just seen Nico's just looking for an inside move on Brandon.
Yeah, and look at this. Here we go. He's got the run, J-Man.
Yeah, he's going to get it done, mate. Yep, 100%. And that was out of a mistake from Brandon.
Yeah.
Just running wide there. So
let's have a look at that. So Brandon with a little wiggle. Oh, just left him wide.
Yeah,
Nico just jumped all over it, J-Man. And look at the gap he gets straight away. He had that run.
Yeah, he did. We've got Steve DS looking for a move down the inside of Vota there, but not he just held the outside line.
Nah, but Brandon and now Vota has got plenty to think about with Steve just starting to tag on behind that even more so. And I only just said I don't think he's got anything for him, but look at him now.
He's right there.
He's right there, and he's showing him what he's got. Just drop back a little bit. We're just looking at Will Dixon. Is that Will Dixon coming in behind Brandon Foster, actually?
Yeah, and I'm just thinking about the landscape up the front now too while we're looking back there. You know, we mentioned that, Firthy had that... sorry, apologies. Pete Dawson had that run wide and spiked the tyre tip, but he's fallen off the back of that battle now quite substantially. So it just shows how it hurts the tyre if you do get it wrong. And we just saw Brandon just get that little lose there, which was enough for Nico to get by. So I'm actually impressed that Brandon's managed to hang on to that car off the back of Nico there after that little bit of a sideways moment. But Steve DS is really hunting in certain spots. I'm just starting to wonder whether these guys have got some of these guys are running really low wing, and then some of them are running quite a lot more, and that's why we're seeing the difference between the cars on the straights versus into that fast right-hander.
Yeah, the speed difference. Yeah, definitely, J-Man, because it shows clearly as a spectator on screen here. So I'm sure these boys are experiencing that in-car, without a doubt. Brandon Foster, Will Dixon, the Lambos going at it. J-Man for, I think that is 17th and 18th at the moment.
Yep.
As we near the halfway mark, I think we're about 38 minutes left to go. Obviously, we need to thank Titanium Digital Solutions and AJ Champ and True to Life Racing Designs, because those are the guys that make all this stuff happen. They're the major sponsors for the Rain Light Racing GT3 series here for 2023. It is season 4 for these boys, the final season for the year. 10 rounds, J-Man.
Yeah, five sprints, 5 enduros, I believe, Davo. And I'll tell you what, just looking at a move there, that was a beautiful move from Will Dixon over Brandon Foster. Just absolute dominant move down there, inside pass. Just let's get down there.
Let's get a bit of a replay on that one, J-Man.
So yeah, thank you very much to the sponsors. These things don't happen without the bills being paid, so really appreciate those guys.
So yeah, just picking up on this replay with Will Dixon on Brandon Foster. Just set him up. He's been on him. Oh, very nice.
Decisive, wasn't it?
Yeah, shows the nose, and then he's in there, isn't he, J-Man?
Yep.
Immediately. So yeah, nice work from Will. Let's get up the, and I just see. Let's just roll through Charlie Palm Tree.
Oh, so what's happened to Nico?
So, oh, where is Nico?
Our apologies to Nico or anybody that's following Nico on the stream, because we saw Nico get past, I believe he got past Pete Dawson and Firth. Was it Firthy? It was certainly, something's happened there. No, okay, so Wota's gone back as well. He's back just in front of Matty T. So
okay, so we missed something there. Yep.
Yeah, something's gone on there with Nico and Vota, and they've dropped back to 9th and 12th respectfully. So we've just missed something there while we're just catching up on that battle down there. So that has shaped things up slightly differently as Firthy's regained that 5th spot. Pete Dawson's still up there chasing Firthy, but it has given a big kick for Steve Crossland and Gunter Rowe in P7 and P8 because they were both behind Nico. Yeah. So, yeah, just a mistake there somewhere, or potentially, possibly contact between Nico and Voda, because they are both back a long way from where they were. So.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, Gunter, not only Gunter, but Steve Crossland would be enjoying that little gain there, J-Man.
Yep.
Any gain's a good gain, as we see Crossy very sideways and wide.
Oh, massively. I don't know how he managed to gather that up.
Mate, full drift server, D1 stuff there. Dive 2 penalty coming up there, actually, for, is it 777, J-Man?
111, is it?
111.
As it's T-Fam. T-Fam. So, Chuan Fam has actually got a drive-through. So, this is obviously something that's going to play in for the next 35 minutes, David. We haven't mentioned it tonight, but, you know, as per all ACC racing, enduro racing or whatever, sprinter enduros, you know, you are subject to track cuts. And
absolutely.
Three's acceptable. 4's come visit the stewards through the pit lane. So,
yeah, like they hand out a few invitations and then they sort of really just demand that you come along. So... just looking out of the back of Nick Firthy's car and Peter Dawson, Steve Crossland, it is on.
That is on. So, once again...
that's not Pete.
That's Pete Dawson and
is that a lap car there, is it? Yeah, okay.
Yep. So I haven't quite picked up who that is.
No, just... And so the blue flags will be waving at J-Man, and he gets out of that... Well, reasonably quickly.
That was Jonathan Venter there that just got rounded up. So he's currently P23.
So it's, Peter Dawson really did get the short straw there with him chasing down Nick Firth. Firthy passed very quickly on that lap car, but Dawson having to just hang in behind there for a few corners. And you know, particularly on a track like this, J-Man, leading onto the back straightaway, it's killer. There's some time to be lost there.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what happened as well, mate, because Gunter Rowe was just up behind Steve Crossland, and that you remember me mentioning that they were P6 and P7.
Look at him now. We've got Nico back up in behind Steve Crossland.
Yeah, so I'm not sure what happened there, but Gunter's gone backwards. He's gone back to P12, so he's behind Vota now. Yeah, and that has allowed Pete Dawson and. Sorry, Nico's back up to P8. So we saw Nico back down a fair bit after that incident as well. So he's moving forward, not running that much better splits. I'll let you know what these splits are this lap round. Yeah. Crossy's just come through for 56.3. Nico's come through for a 56.3. So yeah. Okay, so look, bit of dead fall off now after half an hour or nearly half an hour.
Yeah, well, you would expect so. As we just watch that sort of mid-pack file past that lapped car there, J-Man.
Yep.
And unfortunately for Matty T, actually, I thought old mate had picked the short straw on that, but Matty T with a little bit of a tangle up into the final corner there. Everything's sorted out now, but as these guys continue on, the battle ensues. We got Will Dixon, but that battle in behind Will Dixon as well.
Yeah, that's Kenneth and Brandon Foster going at it. Yeah.
Yeah, so that M4 looking spectacular, actually. Love that colour green he's got on that with the Lambo hot on his tail. And a couple of cars back, we've got Joe
Yeah, Uncle Joe's still chasing down Josh Nightingale as well. So
Yep.
I've been keeping an eye on that steadily as the last 3 laps are going on. And yeah, Uncle Joe's moved up another spot, so he's up to P20. He's likely to give me a look. No, T-Fam's in the pits anyway, so he's coming to take that drive through.
Take his drive through. Yep. As we could just pick back up on Webley and Steve DS, I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
Steve's passed. J-Man.
Yeah, beautiful. So he's been sitting there quite patiently for quite a while.
Yeah, we only just picked up on the end of that move. We'll just get a replay on that actually. J-Man, just watch that unfold. Yeah, probably a little bit wide from Brandon off the end of the back straight.
Yeah.
Slightest bit of contact there. No love lost between. And he's through. So nice work from Steve DS.
Yeah, it's just enough to unsettle him in that mid phase of the corner. It was the lightest touch.
Yep.
So
very light touch.
Yeah, there'll be a little bit of red mist from Brandon, but he's got more to worry about now because he's got Voda in there. Vuta in there is now looking to try and take that position as well.
Yeah, so well, he's probably thinking, well, if Steve can do it, you know,
it's
like,
never ending.
Yeah.
As T-Fam has cleared that drive-through as we speak.
Yeah, nice work. Unlucky for T there as he gets back out and gets back into it, J-Man. Plenty of action going on as we reach, there it is, the halfway mark. 30 minutes. It's the run home. This is when it gets serious.
It's going to be the back end. What tyres you got underneath here for this next 30? You know, we've seen the fall off. You know, last lap for even the Palm Tree was a 55.2. This is a guy that, you know, the best lap he's run is a 54.0. So what's that? 1.2 seconds off his best. Probably not bad. Dig over half an hour. Probably see some of these tyres fall off as much as 1.6, 1.8 seconds over a 60-minute period. I would think so. So starting at the top end of town, Davo, we've got, like I said, Charlie Palmtree in first by around about that 5.2 seconds over Maverick in P2. Jaco Venter in P3. Tinnis holding a good fourth at the moment. Firthy holding fifth with Pete Dawson still chasing him down in P6. Famous Crossy in seventh. Nico Cordia in 8th. Steve's not driving slowly anymore because he is in 9th. And Brandon Webley, and he rounds out the 10. And I tell you what, some big names behind them due to incidents throughout this race, and the likes of Gunter Rowe, Vuta, Matty T, Daniel Kim. So that Matty T, Daniel Kim have basically shadowed each other this whole race so far for this 30 minutes.
They have.
Yeah, back to that beautiful sounding Aston of James Foster's. I just can't hear enough of that.
Oh, look, let's just get on board for a moment. And just listen to that glorious thing. Smashing it out on the Aston. Love the long bonnet. Very nice. Classic. Not overly fast. This man is in 15th position though, J-Man.
He's doing a great job. I feel like he's doing a great job with some old tech.
No slouch whatsoever. There is, yes, at least 10 cars still behind that man. So, doing really... we better get just back up to Gunter has got Walter just tucked in behind him, and he's not going anywhere.
No, he's not. Between the Gunter battle with Vuta, and also that Pete Dawson Nick Firth battle is really heating up, both exiting the final quarter at the same time. So you do your level best to work out where you want to go there, Davo, because she's much of a muchness there, mate.
It is.
Probably only about a half a second between both those battles.
Yeah. So yeah, just out of the front of Valta. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Valta, the Vuta and the Gunter show here at the moment. J-Man But Pete Dawson, Nick Firth, I think we really need to get up and have a look what's going on up there, because Dawson has actually ranged right onto the back of this.
Yeah, so
McLaren,
this is the McLaren Lamborghini battle, and you'd expect that the McLaren, as you just saw through the infield there, looked pretty tidy through those double rights. However, this is probably coming into the Lambo strength now up the back chute. You can see that Firthy's holding that right-hand line, which is not the natural line coming into the right-hander, so he will move over at some point. But look at the draft on that Lamborghini. It is clawing that margin back as we speak. He'll get there, but it'll be a day late and a dollar short, I would think, maybe. Or is he going to get there? Backs out of it.
Smartly so.
Yeah,
J-Man, just a little bit too late.
You can see the difference in speed down the front chute as Dawson takes an incredibly shallow line into the next of the right-handers. So
yeah, it showed the nose massively to Nick Firth there.
Yeah.
Definitely showing his intent. Headlights aren't on yet, but it might not be too long as the minutes tick down. A little over 25 minutes to go, J-Man, and it is heating up. My data keeps coming up on Charlie Palm Tree, but I think it's because he's just running through a little bit of lap traffic. Just pops up on my radar every now and then. But the battle is with Nick Firth and Peter Dawson at the moment, J-Man. These two are the two closest cars on track, I think, apart Josh Nightingale and Uncle Joe here. And Joe actually just got a bit of tailwind on Josh Nightingale here.
Yeah, he's tucked that bimmer right up in there, but sort of the last phase just backed out of it, thought more of it. So
no, again, smartly so. Not the place to do it, and just tucked in behind there actually is, I think that is, oh no, so is, where we are, here we go. It is the Mercedes-Benz in behind Josh Nightingale.
Bella.
So now Bella, that car came off in lap 1.
Yeah.
So he's slowly crawling his way back through the field, J-Man, and doing a splendid job of it. Actually, another big fan here for the Merc, another long bonneted car. Love that thing. Big fan of that.
Dawson rounds up first. You want to click that replay button. That was just outright horsepower down the back chute, and that was one of the strong points for that Lamborghini. As we saw the McLaren certainly much better on the infield, but that Lamborghini just could do nothing with it as we just flick to that replay there.
Yeah, so we just picked it up as they just run off the final corner onto the back straight, and look, they look like they had equal pace off the corner, J-Man, but it's outright grunt from the Lamborghini, isn't it, mate? And like you alluded to earlier, there might be just a slight difference in the wing settings on some of these cars, and that outright pace down that back straight, which is ever so critical here at PR. So, yeah, definitely showing there. So nice work from Pete Dawson in front. And, mate, mentioned it earlier, he's definitely the mover of the shaker in the race tonight, and in 5th position, and rightly so, earned every position, J-Man.
Yeah, absolutely. He's right there. He's obviously going to have to be careful coming through the infield because I saw how strong the McLaren was through there, although he looks like he's probably got a big enough gap now to cover that off at the minute, so he'll be okay there. Just picked up on, who else is that I just saw? I just had another one come up. Okay, so it's Vota. Has had contact with Punta.
Massive.
With a bit of luck, they both come out of this okay. No, it looks like Vota is around. He'll need to try and gather this up safely. Backs it up.
Backed it up nicely. Yeah. Okay. Gunther continues on.
Yeah.
Oh, let's have another look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a big moment.
That was, and look, these guys have been racing close for the last few laps. Bit of toing and throwing, bit of here, bit of this, bit of that, but here we go from the helicam. Oh, just there's nothing in it.
Just diminishing returns. It just closed up.
And luckily, nobody probably in tow too closely either there to get wrapped up in that.
It was a fast accident too.
Oh man, just happened so quickly. So unfortunate there for Foster, with Dawson, should I say. No, it's not Dawson. What's that? Gunther? Oh, sorry. Walter. You correct me. So, yeah, dropped a couple of positions, unfortunately, there. So, Gunther continues on Nick Firth, and who is that in front? Pete Dawson.
Yeah, so that's Pete Dawson that made the pass, and I was just trying to monitor the gap there between Pete and Tinnis. Just wondering whether that...
Oh, okay, because we're just keep an eye on Crossland on Firth too as well, because that's Crossy in the background.
Yeah, he's ranged up. He's definitely ranged up, and because Nico was with Crossy for a bit, but Crossy's done a great job in this last sort of 4-lap phase just to sort of maintain that. And
yeah, and Balta in the pits.
Okay, is that car damage?
Oh,
drive-through. Drive-through. He's obviously got a track cut from that incident.
Oh, well, there you go.
So track limits probably after that accident, so he'll be pretty furious about that.
He'll be hot under the collar. The red mist will be well ablaze.
Yep.
And he'll want to get back out on track and just consolidate his race, I suppose, and just trying to get some points back and before they go into the next round next week. So, yeah, unfortunate there from the boys. Ever so slightest touch, J-Man. Oh.
Yeah, that was a shame. So, so like you mentioned, Crossy doing a great job there. Just trying to catch up to Firthy there.
So, yeah, just rolling through the top three there, Charlie, Maverick and Yako. Not too far apart, these boys, Tunis as well. These guys all rolling across the line in fairly quick succession. Peter and Nick Firth, Steve Cross, Nico, Steve Diaz. So these guys aren't too far apart. Gunther as well. Matty T, Daniel King. And so the biggest gap back in the whole field is from 13th to 14th there at the moment when we get back to the old school Aston. So he's pretty well leading the back half of the field in the Aston. So that's good effort there, J-Man.
Yeah, just picking up on Uncle Joe, just quietly progressing again. There's another spot there just come up there. So Uncle Joe up to P18.
Is that just past Kenneth?
Yeah.
No, past Brandon.
No, that was Brandon. So I'm not sure. Yeah, but either way, he's just been tirelessly working away all night. You know, qualified well down the field tonight. I think Joe potentially was maybe even the last car. If I'm wrong, I apologise, Joe. But I think you're worth quite a long way down, so to work your way up to P18 is a great job. You've kept your nose clean, and that's a stout effort. So yeah, Uncle Joe pressing on nicely at the moment. Look at the pace of that Lamborghini at the end of the front chute behind him though. Just big difference there. Yeah,
the old Lambo looked like she was wriggling around on the brakes trying to get that thing stopped where the M4 is. Just smooth as silk, definitely at the hands of Joe Grimmer there, J-Man. But that's actually probably where the battle is at the moment in the field there. Grimmer on Brandon Foster. So nice.
Yeah.
Firth with a fairly healthy gap back to Cross.
Yeah, Pete Dawson's done a great job since making that pass that we saw over Firthy, that just to hold that margin. Got I don't know, 1.5, 1.8 seconds over Firthy now. So good job there from Pete. So we got a drive through for track limit, and that was, I believe,
21. Who is 21? It's Harrison.
It's Harrison Bella again. So that's unfortunately Harrison made the trip through pit lane earlier to repair damage, and unfortunately he's got to go through there and wave to the stewards. Unfortunately, so like we said, you know, just over a quarter of an hour left to go in this race. That's going to be a real factor coming in the back end as these guys are dealing with Deg as well.
I'm sure there'll be a few more into the stewards box to pay the bribe before the end of the race, J-Man.
Just
Bella into the pits in a fantastically skinned green Mercedes. J-Man.
Yeah, so got some pretty big gaps out there now, and he's kind of let himself down this path, but you know, he did come and see us before and said he didn't mind.
What do we got on? Tell us about Charlie Palmtree. Have we got anything on Charlie Palmtree, leader of the race, Jamie? Who is Charlie Palmtree?
Who is Charlie Palmtree? Righto. Right, we'll see if we can. We'll see if we can find something on this guy.
We'll just search it on the internet here. Just
yeah.
See if we can hack into his Facebook here.
Okay. Joe. Okay, hang on a sec. Looking like we might have something here. No, I don't think we got much on Charlie. Give us a second.
But what we do know about Charlie Palmtree is he's damn quick in a Lamborghini, and yeah, definitely commanding this race at the moment with a very healthy gap over the big M, the big Maverick in the black M4 BMW. J-Man,
yes,
making it happen. Jaco Venta next on the list into Argentinas. Venta in fourth. So third and fourth from the boys, doing well, representing the Titanium Digital Solutions team car. They're beautiful looking cars, those, and yes, while we're at it, we'll mention the rest of them. AJ Champ and True to Life Racing Designs, who has probably skinned half these cars himself. So Pete Dawson in fifth, Nick Firthy.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
I'm sure I read in Firthy's bio that he's a Queenslander, so go Firthy.
Yep, pretty sure. Now, I'll tell you what, Palmtree, Mr. Charlie Palmtree, so Mr. Booth slash Palmtree.
Yeah, let's talk about Peter Booth. Charlie Booth.
Likes to think of himself as a bit of a sarcastic, I can't say the next word because it's a family show.
G-rated.
But yeah, been playing ACC since he got his, he's on a G920 since 2021 and got a PC in 2022, so he's never looked back from there. And he's a chef, so I guess,
nice.
If we put our cards right, he's got a family fish and chip shop or takeaway shop. We could, he could maybe get us a few snags up here or something. But yeah, go Charlie.
Yeah, go Charlie. Yeah, we'll be up for free food. We love free merch, so free food's the next best thing. I think it goes beer, free merch, free food, in that order, guys. If you want to give us stuff, you know, feel free. You know.
Yeah, go Charlie Palmtree.
So go Charlie Palmtree. Yeah, nice work, Charlie.
All right, so that is the man of the minute. He is out in front by a good 8 seconds.
Absolutely.
He's just rounding up Uncle Joe there too, by the look of it.
Yeah, so I just actually flicked to Joe's car there, and yeah, just sneaking past Joe Grimmer. So yeah, nice as we see the leaders starting to deal with these lap cars here. Oh, that is Grimmer around. Unfortunately.
Oh, is that Uncle Joe? Did he go around, did he?
So yeah, Grimmer around. A little bit of a tap from one of the black Lamborghinis or a Ferrari. Not sure what it was there. But yeah, quickly back, heading in the right direction. James No mucking around.
Yeah, not too shabby there. So they boys sorted that out. They just made way for Maverick as well because he was the next to the cars coming through.
Yeah.
But it's not going to get any easier because they got Yako and Tinnis not too far away. And to be honest with you, Yako versus Tinnis isn't that far a battle on track. As we just seen Nico Cordia in the pit lane for a drive through, that'll be a track limit penalty.
No.
So that hands that position to the likes of Steve DS, Brandon Webley, Gunther Rowe's going to capitalise on this. Matty T's going to get this. Daniel Kim's going to get a position.
Oh,
so,
mate, all the way down to, I think, what do we meant? Where's the first Aston? Where's that Aston? Back down to 13.
P13. So that's a real shame for Nico. However, I'll be surprised if that's the last drive-through we see tonight.
Well, look, a little over 10 minutes to go, and look, still plenty to play for, which obviously, you know, when there's plenty to play for still, I know it's only round one, but, you know, these guys do push the limits. They do push the extremities. You know, we talk about the tyre deg, J-Man, and, you know, when you're pushing that hard at this back end of the race, you know, that's when the mistakes happen. You know, that's when these little these 1% mistakes happen. As we just see Jarko round up a turned black Lamborghini or Ferrari there in the background, one of the lapped cars backwards off track.
Was that Jonathan? That was Jonathan Venter.
That Venter car may have been the one just into the back of Joe a little bit earlier.
Yep.
So yeah, around pointing away, Tinnis actually just working through those back markers as well. And look, this can really bring these guys together. You know, some of them just don't quite get the run and the timing right in the traffic. And so what, you know, can go from, you know, like a couple of second gap, it can go to a couple of tenths really quickly. So
I'll tell you what, it's tightening up the top end of town. The podium's not done because I can tell you now, Tinnis is basically only 1.5 seconds off the back of Yako.
Yeah.
And Yako's just had to deal with a lap car.
It's just the traffic, isn't it, Jamie?
It is the traffic coming into play here.
So we'll just get out of the helicam and just watch Tinnis here now as he deals with that same lapped car.
He's going to catch him at the right time.
Oh, had he? It almost looked like he had to back out of that a little bit, J-Man.
It was a slight lift. There wasn't much in it. But these guys are mirroring each other. Last lap time around was a 56.685.
Okay. Well, I'll be interesting to see this one because I'm sure Tinnis backed out of that. So Tinnis and Jarko was a 56.685 and a 55.692 for Tinnis.
Yeah, so it was a big difference actually.
Yeah.
Crossland's making inroads too to Firthy as well. I can tell you now, like he's got that margin down to 1.3 seconds, so that's closer than the Tinnis Yako battle.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So eight and a half minutes to go, viewers. It's ramping up.
So this is right at about the time that these guys are going to be hurting for tyres. You'd like to think that everybody got their fuel number right, but you know we know worse things have happened. So
well, you know, stuff happens, doesn't it, J-Man? And you know, we always talk about these 1%ers, and you know, that's what wins championships. And look, I'm sure we'll see mistakes made throughout the series, but tonight, relatively clean racing. A little bit of elbows out, you know.
A little bit of rubbish racing.
A little bit of rubbing here and there, and a couple of cars pointing the wrong direction, but all in all, very tidy stuff and really hot pace at the top, mate. Plenty to play for here, guys. Like we mentioned, 10 round series, 5 of each, 5 sprints, 5 enduros. Now we've got 5 of the sprint rounds at 60 minutes. That's where we're at tonight, and then 5 90-minute races for the enduros.
So this battle, Crossland over Firthy, this is heating up, as is both the Venter boys. This is Tinnis and Yako going at it. But I tell you what, Crossy is looking good. He is sizing up a move here on Firthy.
First, just with a little mistake out of that right-hander there, that first right-hander. Now they're on the back straight here.
Yeah, I reckon Crossy will get a good run here. He's right in the draft. He got a good exit. Probably
a little bit equalised. Here we go. He's definitely under the wing of this thing.
He's right up in there. If he can swing out wide, go the long way round.
Surely got that as we see one of the
time. I reckon he's got that done already. He has.
Firth ducks in behind.
Yep.
Still plenty of time to go. Not even anywhere near the braking area. As we see the couple of McLarens tip in.
Tips it in. Beautiful.
Nicely. So yeah, nice pass from Crossland there on Firth.
Yeah, now Tinnis is down to 7/10 behind Jaco. Yeah, so Jaco, I don't know what the sibling or whatever the family association here is.
Where's the dynamic here?
But, you know, who's older, who's younger, who's the boss, we're going to find out.
We're going to find out very bloody soon, Jamie. Like you mentioned, these sister cars here.
Yeah, so this isn't done with just under 6 minutes to go. He's got there, but getting there's one thing, getting past is another.
Oh, mate, and the time's running out, J-Man, very quickly. We've got a little over 5.5 minutes to go in this race. First in the Season 4 2023 Rainlight Racing GT3 series here.
He's proper close now, Davo.
He is seriously close. This is
Dennis
the last...
is right up on him.
Last couple of corners as it leads up onto this back straight, and here we go. We just saw Crossland go round, was it Dawson, Firth there down the straight.
Yeah, he just ran, it was about this distance apart, so is it undefendable when you're this close?
Well, let's have a look. Look at this.
Driving right down the middle of the road.
Oh, doesn't leave him a lot of space. It's getting close to the braking area. Has he got it?
It's going to be enough.
He's
it's
got
going
it.
to be enough.
So nice work.
Beautiful move. So that sees Tinnis make the podium provisionally. What can Jaco do about that? He has been in that third position for so long. He'll be gutted. And we see the 21 car getting a drive through. Who is the 21 car? It is Harrison Bella.
Yeah, again.
Yeah, Harrison goes for his third visit through pit lane tonight. Look, he will be ruining Paul Ricard.
Mate, he will have an empty wallet after paying off the stewards tonight.
Yeah.
But yes, we just saw that fantastic pass from the tennis boys.
Yeah.
With Jaco.
So I'll tell you what, Pete. Who's that? So that's Pete Dawson. Who's that he got in front of him? That must be a back marker.
Yeah, that's a lap car there, J-Man.
Yep, because Crossy's still got Firthy on his tail.
Yeah,
but look at the distance between Crossy and Dawson. Like 3.5 minutes. It's probably a gap too far, but
yeah, I mean, think so.
If you're Pete Dawson, you don't want to make a mistake right now.
Oh, definitely not. But I think, you know, like Crossland's still, you know, like focused on Firth. You know, he's still got Firth as a threat behind him because that little gap there has been, you know, just seesawing. It's so. I think he's still keeping a fairly close eye on his mirror there, and yeah, with, like you said, 3.5 minutes to go, probably a little bit of a stretch to get it out there. Webley has, is that Gunther not too far behind? They're just running through lap traffic as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories out there tonight, Davo, that you and I could probably debrief on. The likes of, you know, I'm going to pick up right now on the likes of Vuta and Nico Cordia, you know, 13th and 16th respectively. Those cars were both a long way up the field tonight. And then even Gunter, you know, currently running P10, it's a great showing, but, you know, the guy was up as high as 7th at one point behind Steve Crossland. Now, Crossland doing a great job sitting in P6 right now. Probably likely to be as good as it gets for Crossy tonight because Pete Dawson is just that little bit further up the road, although, however, he is negotiating right now, just trying to round up Uncle Joe as a lap car, hence the pace of these front runners. And he actually does a beautiful job of it just to round up Joe there. I'm pretty sure it was Uncle Joe.
Nicely done. Yeah,
it was.
It is. Yeah, which has sort of allowed Crossland, again, it's just like just trying to find that gap in the right spot to get past the lap cars. We've got a little over 2 minutes to go, J-Man. But yeah, I think Crossy, I think he qualified in 6.2, so he's sort of pretty well held his position, or not too far from 6 anyway. So I know he's sort of been up and down a little bit, but there you go.
Yeah, responding to Harrison Ballard. Harrison, mate, it's a long series. You just dig deep, pal, and finish this one out and bank the points, mate, because it's anyone's night, anyone's given night that it can go good or bad. So, look, just chalk this one up to experience, mate, and, yeah, we'll see you out here next week. But, so what am I looking at there? Tinas got past, Yako got back past Tinas. Yako did get back past Tinas. I'm not sure what happened there, Davo.
Oh, okay. There you go.
But that is a positional change. So Yako back on the podium. So Tinas did all that hard work and then lost it. And just trying to pick up. It's a big margin back to Pete Dawson.
Yeah, there was always a bit of a margin.
Yeah, there was a big margin there. Yeah. So, and Firthy's just looking at trying to round up Uncle Joe here. These guys, I guess, where's Charlie? These guys will be pretty much about to...
So where is Charlie now?
Yeah, they're going to get one more lap. Charlie's coming around. There's 46 seconds to go. Nice. He's rounding the final corner. So this will be the last lap for Mr. Booth, for Charlie Palmtree. So well done on that effort. All he's got to do is just bring it home. Maverick is actually coming out the final quarter. So Maverick did a great job in the final stint for those guys to be both running 55-1. So he really got a handle on the deck, those boys. And as we mentioned, Yako did get back past Dennis for third position. So that will be your provisional podium if it stays the way it is. Dennis in fourth. Pete Dawson about to round the final corner to start his last lap in P5 over at Crossy, and as I mentioned, that gap will probably be a little too big to try and do something within one lap, but nonetheless a great drive from all those boys up to this point. Watched the 999 car of Steve DS earlier, Davo. He was coming up on your radar a fair bit, talking about him when he was battling with Vota and Nico Cordia, and he's just quietly achieved through the back end of this race to be inside the 10 and 8th position. Also Brandon Webley doing a great job as well, P9, and Gunter Rowe and that awesome presented McLaren, that 580 McLaren, and I believe that paintwork would be Gunter's handiwork, would it?
Quite possibly. There's a few pretty guys that are pretty handy in the old skinning department here at Rainlight Racing. J-Man, as we watch Charlie Palmtree round on the final lap.
Yep, doing a beautiful job in that.
Into the final complex of corners, J-Man, for the Rainlight Racing 2023 GT3 series. This is round 1 here at Paul Ricard. He's going to bring it home here, J-Man, for the race win.
Great victory to Charlie Palmtree there at what looks like the Box 3 Esports Lamborghini. So well done, Charlie. It's a great victory. Maverick bringing it home, P2 there in the Moser Predator BMW. Great showing for the Beamer, Davo.
Oh, for sure, yeah. We know that the Beamer's not the overly as quick car, and then the Veta boys.
Yako holds off Tinnis for the podium. So obviously Tinnis in fourth, and then we do have the Pete Dawson. Lamborghini coming home in fifth. Fifth.
Steve Crossland in quick succession. Nick Firth in seventh. Steve DS coming around the final corner and across the line for 8th. Brandon Webley also as he runs to the line for 9. And Gunter rounding out the top 10, J-Man. Who have we got from there? Matty T.
Matty T doing a great job all night. We talked about Matty T and Danny Kim battling each other all night, and it's only fitting that those guys finish line astern. Matty T in 11th and Daniel Kim in 12th. So, and then Nico Cordia, what probably could have been a little better, but does bring it home P13. Like I mentioned, it's a long season. You just got to keep banking these things. So,
and this one, Will Dixon and
only just holding off Vota.
Very, very close.
Good battle at the end there for those two boys for 14th, 15th, and James Foster.
With Foster in the background and then but wait, there's more.
Yep. Brandon Foster, Uncle Joe, Josh Nightingale, Dale Nixon, T-Fam, Kenneth Worcester, Harrison Bella, Jonathan Venter, Dutch Racer, Adrian Kramer, Aiden, and then Matt Botha. It rounds out your field. I don't think Matt actually started, so we'd probably finish out on the 27 car of the number 70 car of Aiden to finish that one out as classified, I think. So, yeah, well done to all those drivers. Great first round. Obviously, our first official night here. Really enjoyed that, Davo.
Definitely, and great turnout for the boys here at Rain Light Racing too for the first round of the series. Brought to you by Titanium Digital Solutions, AJ Champ, and True to Life Racing Designs, J-Man. Yeah, awesome turnout and some pretty awesome racing there, particularly in the mid-pack, as we normally get used to seeing. Obviously, the aliens up the front take off as usual, but that mid-pack is always the one to watch. J-Man, look, I don't know whether these guys are used to us dragging them down for an interview after a race.
We're going to do it.
But they're soon going to find out how it is to be dragged into the hot box with Davo and the J-Man. Let's get the Yako down here for the position.
I'll go grab him. All right. I don't think I can move anybody. I don't have permission, so I'll just let Crossy know. Just give us a second.
Okay, we're just a work in progress here, guys, as we sort out some technical issues, and we'll start dragging these boys down. We asked them all to hang around after the race so we could have a quick chat and get in their head and just see how their race. We'll let them tell the story of what their race looked like compared to what we saw in the comfort of the air-conditioned comms box with a fridge full of beer. Which is obviously two very different stories. So,
you're right. I just been up and talked to the boss man, and we should have Yako in channel any second. Yako, you got comments?
Hey, yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Yako, how you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks.
And what a battle!
Yeah, it was tough. Those other guys are really quick. Yeah.
They are. That's an understatement.
Yeah. So fill some gaps for us, Yako. So righto. So first and foremost, where did you qualify tonight? What was your qualifying position?
Qualified P4.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So got off the grid pretty well. Was a clean start from Tennis, Mav, and Palm Tree, and was a good sort of close battle up to a certain point, and then Palm Tree started running away, and I think then Tennis spun. That sort of opened the way for me to sort of collect P3. Racing with Maverick was pretty good. I started catching him at some point, but then again I lost a bit of my rhythm, and then since then it looks like he picked up his rhythm, and it was difficult to stay with him after that. But it was nice preying a bit on the Predator.
Yeah, and you held that third for the better part of that race until Tennis caught you at the back end, mate.
Yeah, that Ferrari is pretty quick down that stretch. I have nothing.
But it didn't last long because we actually missed it on the broadcast. We caught you, caught him slip past him, but we didn't catch you get back past him, so it didn't last long. It was straight away.
Yeah,
back.
it was sort of just fortunate that I got past him again.
Righto, so it was an unforced error from Tennis that got back past, and you made it stick from there.
Yeah. Luckily.
Well done on a P3 at round 1 here at Rainlight Racing, first of the this last season of the year. This is one of the sprint rounds, and that'll go well towards a good points haul for the opening round, mate.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Thanks for the broadcasting as well.
No, you're welcome, mate. And enjoy that podium, Yako. And with a bit of luck, mate, we're talking to you somewhere about this time next week.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, hopefully.
Awesome. Okay. Enjoy watching the broadcast back, Yako. Awesome to watch tonight, mate. And like J-Man said, hopefully we're talking to you next week.
All right. Thanks, Yako. Yako, can you get Maverick to jump down to the comms when you get back there too, please?
Thank you very much. Here we go.
Thank you, mate. Cheers.
as we improvise here, J-Man, always on it, like this, all
Yeah,
over
mate.
this stuff.
Thinking on the feet, thinking on the feet. So
Think-
next cab off the rank will be down here in a second, and it will be Maverick, which was
The
I
big
think,
Mav.
Yeah, Big Mav. I think what is it? Is it Top Gun Maverick? It's anyway. He's
Well,
certainly
I think that's where it comes from. But yeah,
yeah.
definitely showing his
So
form
yeah, welcome
tonight,
to
Mav.
the comms box, Mav. You got us on comms,
Hey guys, how are
mate.
We speak again.
Yeah,
you? Yeah.
well done, mate. On that P2, it looked like a flag to flag sort of thing for us, mate. You clearly out there battling away at the start with Yako and Charlie. Fill some blanks for us, mate. How was
Yeah.
that from the start of the flag? What was the story?
Yeah, so I was just had a good start and stayed behind Palm Tree. Didn't realise he was going to be that quick.
Yep.
And I thought, I got to save my tyres here. Didn't want to push too hard, but I had a bit of pressure behind me from Thinness.
Yeah.
So I was probably pushing a little bit harder than I wanted to.
Yep.
I was sliding around a fair bit, which caught me off guard. I don't know why. And I think Thinness spun, and that took a little bit of the pressure off. But then Jacko started coming up behind me.
He just took his place, didn't he?
And I thought, Palm Tree's gone. I'm not going to catch him.
Yep.
So I was just worried about my tyres, thinking, they're going to go off after about 45 minutes, because it's happened to me once before. And I thought, I'm going to just save him. But I just had no rhythm for the first.
So talk to us
40
about
minutes.
that dig, Mav. What was the dig? Was it 1.2 to 1.5?
I don't know. I actually didn't see it, but I didn't look. But mate, I think my best rhythm came at about the 50th minute mark.
Right.
And I thought, oh geez, I should have pushed harder, but I don't think it would have caught Palm Tree. He was just too quick in the Lambo.
Yep.
Yeah,
And,
I mean, there was a number of times we were watching your matches times, like right at the end, you boys I think finished out on 55 ones.
Yeah.
So, dig wise for me, from Charlie's best to his worst was about I think I saw maybe 1.3, 1.4 seconds. Yours wouldn't have been too dissimilar, but you really lit up the radar for me. Obviously, we're both new here, and we're looking for PowerPoints and key things to look at. And I guess the first thing that I saw was you put that car in official practice into about a 53.2, I think, if I'm correct, somewhere around that number.
Yeah,
and
I
then
think so.
and then backed it up in quali.
Yeah.
So I was a little surprised to see the top of the leaderboard shuffling with Charlie. Obviously, all unknown to me, mate. At this point, we'll start drawing a picture as the weeks go on, but. That qualifying session, talk to me about that. That was like a roller coaster up and down the tree there for a bit.
Yeah, I had a couple of good runs. I probably did about 6 laps. I think 1 or 2 were clean runs.
Yep.
But yeah, just wasn't quick enough for some reason.
Not by much, mate.
Is it just the BMW? Is it the BMW factor?
I got no idea. I heard Gunther say at the beginning of the chat, the Lambo's king around Paul Ricard, which I was surprised, because I thought it was a sitting duck on the straight. And so the first lap, I thought, okay, I got the Beamer. It's got like 286 top speed.
Yeah.
I thought the Lambo was in the 270s. And I thought, if I just sit behind him, I'll get him on the lap one.
Yeah,
but
no.
He was
It was a lightning.
he was flying.
Yeah. I think you'll see on the stream on the stream, Mav, that those Lambos have got some sort of horsepower down their back chute. So
Yeah. I'll check it out, because I think last time we raced at Paul Ricard had the Ferrari and the Lambo. I think was bottoming out about 275 or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
I haven't checked what they've been doing lately. So
Damn Kunos and their BOP.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, Maverick, that was an outstanding race for P2 in the first round. That's a great start to the series, mate, and no doubt you'll be on our radar from here on out. So congratulations, enjoy that P2 here, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Thanks, and look forward to watching it back a bit later.
Awesome,
Mav.
Thanks for joining us, Mav.
Cool, and
No worries,
because we haven't got control of dragging people around, could you please send down the one and only Mr. Charlie Booth?
Charlie Booth, Charlie Palm Tree.
Yep. Thank you, Mav.
I've got no idea how to do it.
Oh, you
Oh,
jump,
just
jump,
if you
jump,
jump
up
up
and
there and
jump up
tell
and
him to
tell
drag
him to
his
get
ass
his
down
ass
there.
down here. Awesome. Okay, so
We've got peanuts and beer.
yeah,
Sure, you got us on comms,
so we've been here for 5
Hello.
seconds.
mate. First
Mr.
off,
Booth.
congratulations. Yeah, congratulations on what was a flag to flag victory. Great qualifying. Talk to us to start with about that qualifying. Closer than you expected, or what you expected?
I know it was going to be close because Mav's an absolutely great driver. And I didn't really know how fast he was going to be, and I didn't really know how fast I was going to be. So, yeah, I'm glad that it was quite close.
Yeah, we watched you at the back end of that quali, mate, and you'd banked that. I think it was certainly down into that 160, 53, 160 or somewhere there, and I thought it was done. And then we picked up on you and saw you go out and sort of cycle the tyres up, and you were weaving again. Did you know he was going to come at you with another run? Did you? And thought you better go again?
No, I was just trying to keep my tyres warm and not let them cool down too much for the next lap.
Yep. Okay. Well, it was a great qualifying, and then talk to us about the start of the race. Obviously, got the jump, and how'd it go for you there? Rhythm, dig. What was your thoughts?
It felt perfect the entire way through the race, and like the first 10 laps, I was just trying to go as fast as I could, try and get away from him. Because as soon as I know that I could get past that 1 second mark, that it'd be a pretty hard challenge for him to get back up to me if I didn't make a mistake.
Yeah. And the tyre dag, how'd you go across the race? Did you?
Yeah, they were definitely worn. They were definitely worn.
Yeah, I could tell you a lap from your best lap to your worst, to your last lap. I'm not going to say your worst, but your last lap was 1.1 seconds.
Yeah, so that's actually not too bad, considering an hour on the same tyre.
Yep.
Only a second down is pretty good.
Yeah, no. Well, look, it was obviously, we if Mav was closer, you'd have got a bit more airtime, but we're keeping an eye on where you are, but where you were. But nonetheless, I guess you've got something to watch back because there was plenty of battling going on behind you. But a great start to the series, Charlie. That's mate, you can't do any better than that with a pole and a flag to flag victory. It sets your championship with a good start, mate.
Lap.
And fastest lap, absolutely. Yes. Yeah, I think what was that? Was that a 54.0?
54.035.
Yeah,
That's the one.
Yeah,
You got it, mate. You're setting the standard. So well done to Mr. Charlie Palmtree there, viewers. That is your race winner at round 1 here at Rainlight Racing tonight. Thank you, Charlie. With a bit of luck, mate, we're talking to you again next week this time.
Hopefully, I'll be here.
Awesome, mate.
Well, you're on our radar, mate, so I'm sure we'll be talking again, Charlie. Great. Like J-Man just said, great way to start your championship. So,
awesome.
And thank you guys for having me. It was a great race.
Awesome, matey.
Yeah,
awesome.
enjoy the stream, and hopefully we talk to you next week. You pop yourself back up into the other channel, mate. We don't have permissions yet to shuffle you guys around. So thanks, Mr. Booth, ladies and gentlemen.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, so there you have it, guys. That is your podium. So that was Charlie Palmtree, and then we had Maverick, and then we had Jaco Venter in the booth there for their first official hotbox or driver briefs anyway, their driver podium chit-chat. So though these guys will get used to that, as will we do, we'll tidy up a few things in the back end here around efficiency.
I'm sure we will, J-Man.
Yeah.
But look, what a cracking way.
What a blast.
To start off the season. For these guys, obviously on track, the community, and obviously us, new to the community as well. So, really enjoyed it, J-Man. And, I'm sure the boys will enjoy watching that stream back to see what was going on with the rest of the race, mate. And that's the big part of it, having a live broadcast for these guys to peruse later on at their leisure, J-Man.
Yeah, mate, absolutely, and I'll let you sort out the bill payers now, and then I'll get ready to sign out, I guess, for the night. But I had an absolute blast. I thought the racing was absolutely fantastic. not everybody's cup of tea is Paul Ricard, but I tell you what, I didn't mind calling that at all. And I am certainly looking forward to seeing how these boys go next week at Monza.
For sure, for sure. We are looking forward to next week at Monza. And yeah, look, thanks for all you viewers that were watching us live, anybody that chatted in the box, in the chat box. But yeah, a little bit of a milestone for not only us, but the boys here at Rainlight Racing here for round 1 here at Paul Ricard in the Season 4 GT3 series for 2023. Brought to you by Titanium Digital Solutions, AJ Champ, and True to Life Racing Designs. J-Man, that is a wrap for tonight. We'll get some stuff sorted out for next week.
Awesome.
It's going to be bigger and better. Enduro next week. People, don't miss out. And that's it for tonight.
Cheers, Davo.
Cheers, J-Man.